What's up, y'all? Dennis here from Do It All Garage. Um, I've been meaning to do this little project for about 10 years now. You know, those little projects you keep putting on the back burner. I finally did it today. I was moving stuff around in my garage. Um, this one has to do with the Harbor Freight motorcycle lift, and I'll show it to you. I don't know if there's any different variations of it. It looks pretty much the same over the years. I've had this one right here for about 10 years or so, and I bought it used off a guy, and he had probably had it a year or two. But anyway, here it is. Okay, it's really dirty right now, but I'm about to put a ATV on it, a Kawasaki Prairie 360. And anyway, I built this platform or frame or whatever you want to call it, so I can fit four-wheelers on it. And all it is 1-inch square tubing with an 1/8 inch wall. Try to zoom out here so you can get a better idea. Okay, and it's expanded metal. It's not flat, it is raised expanded metal. Okay, so you can get an idea. I think it's like 1 inch or something like that. Not super heavy. I made it to where it would line up on here. Okay, and I just use these little carriage bolts because there's a couple holes in here. I pull out these U-bolts that it comes with. They go somewhere along the side here, and you basically use them for tie downs for a motorcycle. All right, well, I take these out, put the washers and nuts back on so I don't lose them. I just kind of set them off there to the side, and I got me a big bolt and washer, and I bolt it up underneath here. Doesn't have to be super tight. I just hand tighten it. It's just to keep it from moving back and forth, you know. But anyway, so I made that right after I got this lift about 10 years ago. It's held up really well. If I went back and built it again, I'd probably brace it a little better. Just knowing what I know about it now, I just kind of tack welded along here, you know, along the top of the square tubing. But that allows me to get four-wheelers on there. And this thing's held up really well. I've literally owned over 300 four-wheelers and dirt bikes, and 90% of them have been on this lift, and it's never failed me. You wouldn't want to put a big golf cart on it or anything like that, but most ATVs will fit on here just fine. Now, the main reason I wanted to make this video today is because when you have this on here and you lower this thing all the way down, the original foot pedal that it comes with is right here, okay? And it doesn't stick out very far. All right, so it's underneath that platform, and I've stuck my foot under there and tried to pump it up with my foot, and I've ended up cutting my leg on this expanded metal several times. So what I decided to do was make one that sticks out a lot further, which is this one here. Okay, and basically, again, I don't know if all of them are exactly the same, but that's just a little 1-inch square anvil right there that goes across, and that's what pumps the jack up and raises the lift. So what I did, I took about a 20-inch piece of 1-inch square tubing, 1/8 inch wall. You can pretty much get it at any steel supply place, and this is probably 16 to 18 inches. I'll show you the back of it too. And I cut that little circle thing out with my plasma cutter, welded it on there just to get a little better grip with my foot. It would work fine without it too. But basically, when this thing lowers down, I don't have to stick my foot up under there to raise it back up, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, see how I've got my foot under here? I lower this thing down. I hope there's no junk under here crushing it. There kind of is, okay? So that thing's lowered all the way down. Now, if I had the original one on there, it would be way up under there, all right? And then when I go to put my foot up under there, that expanded metal hits my leg and cuts my leg open. That's where this thing comes into play. So it sticks out far enough to where you can just pump it up like that. And this thing doesn't look like it was built in a machine shop, because it wasn't. Again, I'm not a professional fabricator. I don't do this for a living. It's just kind of a hobby. I like to mess with stuff like this. But if I figured I'd share this, you know, it's probably good information in case you were, you know, the type of guy that likes dirt bikes and four-wheelers, or street bikes and four-wheelers, or go-karts or whatever, and you were looking to buy this lift for, you know, $200 or $300 or whatever it costs, and you go online and start looking at the professional, you know, ATV lifts and stuff that cost $1,500 or $2,000 or more, and that's not in your budget. Well, you can build one of these. So, and that expanded metal typically comes in a 4x8 sheet, and that one I left it 4 feet wide, but I cut 2 feet off of it, so it's 6 feet long. Most ATVs are, they will fit on a 4x6 sheet of this, so you just want to make sure you brace it really good so it doesn't break or wobble off of there. I made that square tubing where it would fit right inside this little rail, that way on both sides actually. That way it doesn't, you know, move side to side like that. It stays in there, fits really snug. And this thing's worked out really good. So today, I'm about to put this Kawasaki Prairie 360 on there. I got to put it all back together, do a carb job on it, replace some seals on the differentials. I'm going to do another video on this too. So you see what kind of shape it's in. It just needs to be put back together and everything. But anyway, this is going to go on here, and this lift will lift this thing up just fine. If any of you out there are wondering whether or not you should get one of these, do it, because like I said, I've had it over 10 years, and it's held up really, really well. So it's not the fastest lift in the world. Yeah, I can tell you right now, it's probably not the best quality, but it is made out of some pretty thick steel. It's never failed me. It's never broken. Nothing's ever fallen off of it. And then if you build one of these little platforms, you can kind of use it as another work table as well. So anyway, so that's it. I just wanted to show that to you guys in case any of you are in that same situation. But remember, 1-inch square tubing with an 1/8 inch wall, and you can cut it about 20 to 22 inches out and just 90 it off with another piece like that. You can leave that, or you know, you can weld a foot pedal on, or whatever you want to do, or you don't have to. I just had it on there, it was laying around the garage, so that's why I put that on there. But anyway, like and subscribe if you like my videos. There'll be more to come, so keep watching. Thanks a lot.